The fertile land of Orissa on the eastern coast of India has been a great center of culture since ancient times. Here is a continuing Buddhist tradition of over 2,000 years. There are edicts of Emperor Ashoka of the 3rd century BC at Dholi, near Bhubaneswar, and at Jaugarh. In keeping with ancient concepts of dharma, or rules of conduct, the benign emperor speaks of the people of his land as his children. His message to administrators is to be kind to the people. Archaeological excavations over the past 50 years have unearthed vast monastic complexes in the Asiya hill range. As the search for the truth was most important in the early period, it is not palaces and forts which were made on the top of hills. It is the monuments dedicated to the search for enlightenment which are found on practically every hilltop. The site of Lalitgiri has the remains of vast viharas which must have once hummed with activity. High atop the hill is the vast stupa, which reminds us of the ephemeral nature of all that is around us. The site of Ratnagiri is on a hillock in the Asiya hills, about 50 kilometers from the city of Cuttack. Taranatha, the Tibetan historian, writes that here was a great monastic complex from the 5th century onwards. This was a great center of learning for all the schools of Buddhist thought. He says that here were kept 3 sets of both the Mahayana and Theravada texts, which were studied by several hundreds of monks. The complex flourished till the 12th century AD and continued in a decadent state till the 16th century. The main vihara here was built in the 7th or 8th century. Beyond its entrance complex, the vihara is over 180 feet by 180 feet, and it must have been very impressive. Indeed, as the devotees would have passed through the doorways of stone, they would have entered a great sanctuary of the spirit. The remains show that the stupa and viharas here were rebuilt over the centuries. The number of portable monolithic stupas found here are exceeded only by those found in the complex of the Mahabodhi temple in Bodh Gaya. Though comparatively forgotten in recent times, Ratnagiri was obviously one of the greatest centers of the Buddhist world. The hilltop of nearby Udaigiri also had a monastic complex with stupas and viharas. The exuberance of fertile nature in Orissa is reflected in the richness of the carvings here. Amid all the activity of the world, our attention is directed to the peace which can be awakened within us.